While I was making this video, I got to truly realize how close this Chicago Bears team is to being a contender. I'm not kidding. We're literally only a few players away. And when Ryan Poles cooks this upcoming offseason and fills in the final pieces, he will live up to his promise of this rebuild taking 3 years. Chicago is going to be on top of the world. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Today, I am going to go through who I think / want to be the Chicago Bears 2024 starting lineup for both sides of the ball. And this does involve Ryan Poles trading back the #1 overall pick. But don't worry, Marvin Harrison Jr. is still in my predicted lineup before everyone freaks out. I am going to give you guys a glimpse of who I want on the field in 2024 for the Chicago Bears. And if you could, and if you agree to this team being very close to being a contender next year, make sure to hit that like button on this video to show your support and that you agree with how close this team is to being great. And then also throw your thoughts in the comments section below with your ideal starters for next year for the Chicago Bears in 2024. And if you please could, my goal is to potentially hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Smash that subscribe button with notifications to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears content. Let's see if I can make it happen before the year's over. And thank you all for your crazy support lately. The channel's been doing really well. It makes me want to keep going and keep making content for you guys, so thank you very much. So to start things off, this is going to involve Ryan Poles trading back the #1 overall pick. I'm trading with the New England Patriots, who currently own the #2 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. From New England, I'm getting their #2 overall pick, their #67 overall pick, and Christian Barmore, defensive tackle. It's a lot to ask for, and you can get a haul from another team way more than what they're giving, but the Patriots are only moving up one spot, and they're doing a couple things for the Chicago Bears. Patriots are moving up to get the quarterback that they want, leaving Marvin Harrison Jr. to fall into our laps at pick #2, establishing your wide receiver 2 for the offense. Then on top of it, you don't have to worry about using a high pick or a lot of money on taking in a free agent defensive tackle because you bring in Christian Barmore, who has 4 sacks this year so far for the Patriots and 6 pass deflections as a defensive lineman. And then you get an early third back with the Patriots' 3rd round pick. And then what I would do is honestly put a 3rd and a 4th together and trade into the 2nd round in order to get another player of need, maybe a safety of some sort, but I'm going to act like that's not happening in this scenario right now. So you cover a lot of areas right there. Again, wide receiver 2, defensive tackle, and getting a 2nd rounder back. Now we're going to go over to free agency. Chicago has projected $82 million in cap this upcoming offseason, and that is before re-signing guys like Jalen Johnson. And that's the first thing I'm doing, is I'm re-signing Jalen Johnson to a 3-year, $40 million deal. I think that's his worth. I think it's very fair. It's a lot of money, more than probably most people watching this show will ever make, and throwing a lot of incentives in there because I don't want another Eddie Jackson situation where you get the bag and then you just stop performing. So after that move, now I'm at roughly $68.5 million left in cap. Still a ton of money. With the second move, if he's available in free agency, and in this situation he is, because it's my world and we're just living in it, I'm taking edge rusher Josh Allen from the Jacksonville Jaguars and signing him to a 4-year, $98 million contract. Exactly what Montez Sweat got, and those two guys together for the next 4 years would be unstoppable and make that defensive line elite. Allen currently has 38 total tackles and 12.5 sacks for the Jacksonville Jaguars, with still a lot of season left. And he's also only 26 years old. So now I'm left with $44 million. And I am saving that money to bring in depth players on 1-year contracts and also potentially re-sign guys like Tevin Jenkins. Now that that's done, here's going to be my starting offensive lineup for the Chicago Bears in 2024. At left tackle, I have Braxton Jones, followed by left guard Tevin Jenkins, followed by center Sandrick Van Pran, who I drafted in the 3rd round in my world, right guard Nate Davis, right tackle Darnell Wright, wide receiver 1 DJ Moore, wide receiver 2 Marvin Harrison Jr., who I drafted with the #2 overall pick. running back Rashawn Johnson, fullback Kareem Blasingame, and quarterback Justin Fields. Here come the doubters. I'm ready for it. It's in the comments, but Justin Fields is my guy as he has progressed so far this season. I'm going to drop a video on Thursday all about that, so stay tuned. But yes, Justin Fields is the guy for the Chicago Bears moving forward. That is a hell of an offense, and that will lead Chicago to a lot of success as long as we bring in the right play caller, which I already know Luke Getsy will not be here next year. So let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. Starting, we're going to have edge Montez Sweat, who's already on the roster, defensive tackle Andrew Billings, defensive tackle Christian Barmore, who I got in the trade with the New England Patriots for the #1 overall pick, edge Josh Allen, who I picked up in free agency, outside linebacker TJ Edwards, middle linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, other outside linebacker Jack Sanborn, cornerback 1 Jalen Johnson, who I re-signed, cornerback 2 Kyler Gordon, free safety James Williams, who I'm drafting out of Miami with my 4th rounder, and strong safety Jaquan Brisker. This unit is already stacked in 2023, and we've seen that progression. Major 2017 entering 2018 vibes. Give them these additions, and my God, that unit is going to be unstoppable. I don't know if Eberflus will be the head coach next year. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am very impressed with how his defense is playing over the last 8 weeks, and it might save his job, but I think Eberflus has to bring in the best offensive-minded coordinator that he can bring in and pay top dollar. Otherwise, a lot of people are saying, well, you take a demotion and go defensive coordinator. Let me ask you this. Would you get demoted at work to take on a different role when you're the lead of a role? I don't think so. But it'd be really cool if Eberflus did do that. That's my 2024 mock starting lineup for our Chicago Bears. Put your thoughts in the comment section below and make sure you hit that like button if you agree with my mock. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rhodey, and as always, bear down, baby.